The day the storm hit, I didn't even know it was coming. And I ended up coming out on my porch. We didn't hear any alarms go off in the area. Okay. There was no warning.
Just listen.
How did you get that So this is the devastation that was left by the tornado we had a couple of weeks ago. And it's a house under all this rubble. It's a house underneath this. And then you have a house right next to this house that sustained a lot of damage. You can see the tarp on top of the roof. And I assume you still have the owners living there, or the residents living there, due to the cars that's parked in front. But yeah, this is the devastation of the tornado that hit St. Louis. It's bad. It's another house that was hit by this tornado, as you can see. Totally demolished. Totally demolished. And they have a lot of disaster teams out here working with individuals. Finding them somewhere else to go until they can restore. Some of these homes can't be restored. So some of these homes just totally demolished. And we also got hit with another tornado yesterday. So yeah, we're dealing with a lot of storm issues here right now in St. Louis and in Missouri. Yo, this is Keith Cunningham with SPD Fanatics. As you know, I've been covering the tornado that hit St. Louis and the devastation it is brought. Now I have a person here that was actually in the tornado and seen it firsthand, and her house was devastated by this tornado. So what's your name?
My name is Laquita Jefferson. I stay in the Greaterville area here, and this is Cora. It's a historic street. This is my home. It stood here for 131 years.
Wow.
It's 131 years old, so it's historic. I bought this house back in October of 23. Okay. So the day the storm hit, I didn't even know it was coming. And I ended up coming out on my porch. We didn't hear any alarms go off in the area. Okay. There was no warning. When I came out, hell began to hit. The sky darkened. The winds were picking up. It got heavy. And the next thing you know, I watched my neighbor's roof get ripped off and stuff flying out that house, screen door, everything, stuff was hidden. I stood in that corner right there, and luckily my house protected me because there was stuff hidden inside of there, blowing off, bricks falling off. I watched my neighbor here. Their house stood 3 stories. It was big as mine. I watched it fall to the ground.
Oh, wow.
Right across from there where you see those steps,
yes.
That lady, she's been here for quite some time. She had just had a new roof. Was redoing her house. It was straight. It got tuck pointed, new roof, new porch, everything. She was out there gardening the day before, and she actually lost her life. She's one of the 5 who died.
Wow.
And we dug her out the rubble.
Oh man.
This house stood 2 stories high.
Yes.
And there was a lady caught in there, and luckily they were able to get her out the back of the home. This home here. He is an older man. He has cancer. He walked out unscathed. Got damage to his home, but he made it through. And then their house there, I call it the Barbie doll house, where you don't see any bricks on the front face of it. It was a miracle to watch her and her family walk to the front of it and was like, can somebody help us out?
Wow.
Yeah. And the devastation just goes on. It goes down the block. But yeah, it was sad because we were actually one of the ones who lost someone in the storm. And on top of that, we couldn't even get it. 911 crashed. Like, we couldn't even get nobody on the phone to help us. We had to dig our way out these streets.
It's crazy.
Her body sat in that field for hours.
Wow.
More than 4. Before help came. When they came, because she was already deceased, she had to stay there and they had to come back.
Yeah, I heard that the city, they was blaming the fire department for not setting off the alarms like they should have.
What I've heard was the fire department did not have control of the alarms.
Oh, okay.
They had a worker and the worker went on break.
Wow.
And so they did not sound the alarms for St. Louis City. I'm here to tell you because I stood in it. I saw it with my own eyes. I'm just grateful that, I get to walk away and tell this story.
Yeah.
No alarm went off. No alarm sounded.
Wow.
I watched my own car be picked up 5 feet in the air and slammed back down.
This car here? I see the damage that's on the car. Let me.
Yes, the window busted.
Windows.
Cosmetic.
Let's see.
You can't fix, but
Yeah, I see
it
you.
up and slammed it back to the ground.
So it knocked your back window out?
Yep. It did some damage.
Wow. Yeah. So let's see what the damage that was done to your home.
Well, this is the back of one room. All this rubble you see here.
Wow.
When it opened up the back, it sucked my curtains out the house, out the window, and I got floor to ceiling curtains. They're 10 feet in length. It sucked the whole panel out.
Wow. So it wasn't just on the front end; it also affected the back end of the house.
Yes. Oh. It busted out storm windows. It busted out my windows to my side little deck here. It literally took out the whole back of my house.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah. So I literally have to have all this rebuild, and then the roof did not come off. So the roof is inside the house.
Oh man.
So I have to get the whole flat roof because I have a flat and a pitch. And I was rehabbing the house. I was just finna get the roof done. They were working on it. But it's still in the house. And my whole back, that's my back bedroom. And that's my bathroom.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're safe.
I told you I'm glad to be here to tell you the story.
Wow.
Yeah. But it felt like being in the eye of the storm.
Yeah, it was a EF3. Yeah.
And it hit us hard. I mean hard. And then next thing you know, the sun came out like nothing happened.
Wow. After all this damage was done.
And then for 2 weeks straight. And then we had a neighbor in there. He was stuck in his home. And they had to come get him out. Because he's an older man and he's a little on the heavier side. And he wasn't mobile. He wasn't able to move around or whatever. So he was in there for about 2 weeks after the storm hit.
Wow.
But the city came through and did nothing.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did anybody?
Everything that you see on the cleanup end of just even getting back to seeing some type of normalcy was all volunteer work. All these boards you see on our home, they were donated, and then you had companies, black owned, who were coming out and boarding us up securing our homes, making sure they were, safe and not so they wouldn't be looted or anything. Then you had people volunteering their services to tarp our homes.
Oh, okay.
They even gave us the tarps. My tarp was given to me, and it was over 225 square feet.
Wow.
And that still wasn't enough to cover it.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because I have such a big home, I had to pay to have mine tarped though.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like we seen no relief from the city. A group, the Good Samaritan group, came out and actually cleared all them bricks. Like them, the bricks were covered all over my back.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I seen it. The Good Samaritan, they came and
they did so much for the neighborhood. And then there is a young lady, I want to shout her out every chance I get. I hope you're able to meet her. Her name is Allie. She lives in the Central West End. She came through over on the Academy side, over there on Enright and Clarendon. And they took a lot of hits too over there. My friend, she had her roof destroyed and several trees in her back. So her whole back pushed in like mine.
Oh,
wow. She ain't even able to get tarped. She still ain't tarped. And we done took 2-3 rains.
Yeah. We just had a heavy rain yesterday and a tornado.
Yeah. So, the lady named Allie came through. She came out there with dump trucks. She had volunteers, chainsaw and stuff and everything. And it's crazy because where Allie was is where you had a lot of politicians, local politicians who came over there, like Wesley Bell.
Yeah.
And you had the mayor. I think that's as further she came when it comes to that Delmore Divide line.
Right. Yeah.
Let's be honest. She came out in heels. Like her. This not a hill situation.
Yeah, I seen her on Kings Highway and all these in that White Castles.
Delmore and Kings Highway. We didn't see her till like a week after in it, and I think she only came to like that Enright Academy side. But it was community and volunteers and just people who wanted to help. That it was not our local or our state or our federal government helping us out. Yeah.
Wow. So how you doing now? As far as I know, this has to be stressful and rough.
It is, but I'm blessed. I got life, and I'm gonna rebuild. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rebuild. Fortunately, I have, people in my corner, and I have people that I know. I network well, so I'm just waiting to get stuff back in motion. And then my neighbors around me, I know they're gonna rebuild. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I know he said he's keeping his land. He's older, and like I said, he has cancer, so I don't know if he coming back. And then everybody down that way, they stacking their bricks, they ready. We just ready and waiting.
Yeah,
Some
I heard that
people
the
waiting on
insurance. I heard the insurance don't even want to really.
They are. I've met a lady, Miss Barbara. She's over there on Fountain. She's insured. Insurance told her that wasn't a tornado. It was wind and hail damage. They try not to pay.
Wow, that's
so
sad.
To everybody, when these adjusters come out, don't say nothing. Don't get them nothing. You don't know nothing. Stop talking, because they are trying to play people. Yeah. It's people, they sit there and say people ain't insured. It's a lot of insured people out here. And for them to have insurance and nothing be happening is crazy. Like, we should have been had people out here like, okay, this company finna put this roof on so they can get back in their home and, just get structurally sound again.
Yeah.
I get everything else gonna take its time. But to be able to lock our doors and when it rains, not have water running in our homes and stuff. Like I said, they're insured. A tarp is still covering our house. Why is insurance not here rebuilding right now?
Yeah.
And this man has been over here for 50 years plus.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then I've seen the predatory people in the area coming through taking pictures, seeing who gonna sell, who
I heard about that.
They been here.
Yeah.
And I've been on every side. I've helped out on every side. We even did a donation drive to get back and feed the community and stuff like that, me and a group of my friends. So it's trial. It's a trial.
Well, we're gonna bring awareness to not only my viewers, but the whole world who see this.
They need to see
and I haven't even heard anything about FEMA bringing in relief, or has they spoken about?
So FEMA was here.
Okay.
Part of the reason why we have these on our doors, the city put these on our doors. They tagging us, and then you either tag by green, yellow, or red. And this is just saying we're not structurally sound. It's not.
Okay.
We're not condemned. They're not condemning us.
Okay.
And I own my home. My house is free and clear and paid for, and all of that. It's not that we're condemned. It's just saying that we're not structurally sound. So they were saying that was a part of FEMA to kind of identify who's who and what's what.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
But the ironic and crazy thing is FEMA did approve funding, but they approved funding for what we call 314 Day. So, but that was nothing but wind damage there, for real.
Man.
So it hasn't been anything like for us yet. So it is what it is.
Okay, well, I appreciate talking with you. I'm glad you're safe.
Thank you.
And I mean, I wish only good things from this point. I hate to see you lose your home, and I know it's gonna cost a lot to rebuild this home.
Oh, I'm triple bricked.
Yeah. And then you got to make sure nobody come and steal bricks, because they take bricks too.
They do. They have been coming through our community stealing bricks. If you go down, there's a house and the side is missing and the roof is leaning over into it. Somebody already created a fake GoFundMe and playing like it was their home.
Oh wow, this is crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, there's a lot of predatory people around here right now. It will blow your mind, and you would think it was our people.
It's not.
And I can tell you because I've seen it with my own two eyes.
Wow.
If they ain't coming through trying to steal your bricks, they coming through scrapping.
Yeah.
So they're taking screen doors, they're taking gutters, they're taking window frames.
Yeah.
The police is
Copper, I think they're taking copper too. I think.
if they can get it.
Yeah.
The police just ran a person off right down here because he was taking people's
That's
gutters
sad.
and
That's
stuff.
crazy.
Yeah. But we gonna rebuild it. Like I said, I can only speak for right here, the Greaterville, my community. That first day they was up there building that so that they could even put a tarp back on the top of their house. And he's insured and he is coming back. Like it is people in this community that are here to stay.
Yeah.
They're still here in their home. They didn't receive as much damage, but they're still here. Like I said, I know them. I have their number. I check on them daily, and we check on each other. They coming back. It's a man who probably one house that didn't get as much damage if you go down the middle of the block, and he's still here. He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
So it's people ain't walking away. It's people gonna fight for what they believe in, because they've been in this community 40 plus years. I'm like the newest person over here. The newest and the youngest. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I really appreciate you and everything, and I wish you well or whatever. And I'm gonna give you my channel information to my channel and everything, so you can check it out and everything. So to my viewers and people watching, this is St. Louis. This is what came through. Devastation. I mean, anything you can do to help, donations, prayers, anything, because
they are needed.
Our people need it.
Thank you.